Show.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dave Juskow, and this is the Comedy Cellar Football Show. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby. I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Ow, luck be a lady.
Nice.
Yes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Football Show, the pre-Thanksgiving show. Sorry, we're a little bit late this evening, but as you can see, we are waiting for one more guest. Without further ado, I will introduce our other two guests while we wait on our lovely one. In no particular order, this person happens to be to my left. Oh, look.
Oh,
Sarah's here anyway, so that's beautiful.
upside down. Why is she
Sarah,
upside
okay, she can't hear, but I'm introducing the guest. All right, then I'll just start to my left. He is not a comedian, but he is very well known. He's very well known Hollywood manager and one of the producers of the great HBO show Crashing, as you can see behind him. And it was that I forced him to come on this show this evening because he is one of the funniest guys I know that's not a comedian and a close friend of all of us here this evening. Please welcome super manager Dave Rath, everybody.
Yay!
And to my right, he is not only the mattress king, he is the king of the Comedy Cellar. Without his pioneering contributions, this show would not exist, and our beloved club might not be known as the place everyone aspires to play. He is the house MC at the Comedy Cellar in Las Vegas, the Rio Hotel. Please welcome Mark Cohen, everybody.
Well, thank you, my good friend Steve. Dave. Oh,
It
Dave.
begins. And of course, she's getting to the point where she almost has as many credits as Michael Caine. But today, I will tell you, she recently began her new podcast, aptly entitled the Sarah Silverman Podcast, which can be found at castmedia.com and, of course, all of your other favorite streaming platforms. Please welcome Sarah Silverman, everybody.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay, us. Yay,
I'm
us.
so sorry for rushing you. I did not mean it, but it's like, it's nice to have everybody on.
I was recording the podcast and my alarm went off because I always set alarms it should have gone off when I was already home, but it just went late because we had to cover a lot.
Well, it was amazing. You said you were going to be late. You said you were going to be 20 minutes. And I think you were like in Pulp Fiction. You were like, it takes 20 minutes to get there. I'll be there in 7. Like the wolf. You got there in no time. You look amazing for somebody that just ran up a bunch of stairs and got to where she needs to be. You look fantastic.
Elevator. Thank you.
Well, I was trying to make it more dramatic. But the reason we're all gathered here today is because we are all...
It was like Joan Cusack trying to get the tape in to the newsroom in time.
Oh, pretty soon I'll start sweating.
like Albert Brooks.
Exactly.
like on the A-list.
Now there's a clip.
The legendary A-list clip. No, we're here today, all Friendsgiving. I asked Dave to go. Dave's not the kind of guy that comes on these kind of shows, but we all love each other so much, and all these people make me laugh so hard. I thought just before Thanksgiving we would all just be together and have a good time.
So everybody that's been on the show tonight, this podcast has been on Friends. That's so cool.
No, just you hold that distinction. Yeah.
But crashing. Oh,
shit.
What a knife. I was going to say we've all been on credit, and then I was like, no. But Mark was just on Curb Your Enthusiasm this year, and it was so awesome to see him on it. That was so exciting.
Yeah, that was fun. Larry still calls me Marty.
Colin, you should, and that mustache is so juicy. You should shave your beard and keep that sweet ass.
It's crazy how thick it is. I've never, Sarah, when your mustache is this thick, how do you drink milkshakes and stuff like that?
How do I do what?
Drink milkshakes.
Oh, that's why.
It really is. I've never had a mustache this thick, and it really is hard to drink, and it smells and stuff.
I agree. That's why I always shave. I can't stand getting food and the stuff I eat, like wings and stuff like that. For
I'm kind of enjoying it. Like it's always in my mouth.
Yeah.
Trim it.
It's really well. You don't like it?
I love it, but just trim it. Trim it.
I,
So
I kind of never had a mustache like this. I'm turning into David Crosby.
what are you doing, Mark? You're in Las Vegas now,
Yes.
and what do you think? I mean, what do you think the odds are? I mean, why? And if it's Vegas is halfway open, does the Comedy Cellar look like it could open there anytime soon?
From what I read in the paper, the Rio is opening the end of December, December 22nd.
fucking Christ.
So I'm hoping, we go soon afterwards, unfortunately, or
Oh.
it just
we had,
closed. Everything just closed for 3
Well,
weeks.
when's the vaccine?
I'm doing another club next week here that still remained open.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. Were you talking about? Are we allowed to say which one it is, or
I guess, yeah. I don't think it matters. I don't think
is it the Laugh Factory, right?
I'm doing the Laugh Factory.
Oh, so you meant in Vegas? Okay, I thought you meant in L.A. and I got confused. Okay,
No, here in Vegas, and I got a letter from them today, and I thought they were going to cancel, but they didn't.
and in L.A., you guys, Sarah and Dave, are in L.A. I mean, they're going to lock down, or they did already, right? I mean, it's going back. Or
There's a curfew now, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Thank God, because we're all out at that time.
Sarah, you haven't done stand up anywhere?
Oh.
I thought maybe at well, you've been to TV shows. You did did Conan, right?
Yeah.
But from home, right? But she hosted Ellen, co-hosted Ellen.
I went to Conan. It was at Largo, and I went to Ellen. But it's like you have to get tested like 3 times.
Yeah.
Everyone's wearing a mask, and you just take it off for your segment, and you're 10 feet away from the other person.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying anything, but like the same thing is going on at the Laugh Factory, that they're making you wear a mask the whole time, and you got to get your temperature taken 2 or 3 times, and and I'm sure the Cellar will follow suit, hopefully, with the same kind of precautions.
Is the audience in masks?
The audience is in masks too. You have to wear a mask the whole time that you're, I mean, it's horrible.
If everyone's wearing masks. Well, and also, do they have like ventilation?
I'm sure, they're trying to do their best. They really are. They got the plastic thing up, and like the Cellar has it in New York too.
Tables are spaced.
But it's it's still scary.
Yeah, it's just hard for live theaters to open at a third of the capacity. They can't afford it.
For someone who works the crowd mainly, and there's down to 25%, and they're 50 yards away from you, it's not going to be it's not going to be too easy.
Oh no, are you going to have to write a new joke?
I'm gonna have to throw something at a Jew instead of touching. Hit the Jew with a stick.
You can still do the hello song though, right? I mean,
I forgot the words. Sarah, you would have been so intrigued today. Riley went to the doctor today to get her ears cleaned.
Ears?
And have you ever heard of a thing called a lavage?
Yes.
Daughter we're talking about.
No, it's for an ear.
Oh my God, I wish I could have seen it. Did you videotape it?
No, I was in the corner vomiting.
And you're saying this is because Sarah loves when you have your ears cleaned, right? Yes,
Right.
that's right. I've done that before. I remember she
guest.
looked in my ear one time and she found no wax, and she's like, "This is no fun." And I'm like, "Yes, I clean every
Do you
day."
still do that, Sarah? Are you still into that or no?
I just bulbed Rory's ear and got a pencil eraser out.
Who's here?
Rory,
Oh, Rory.
her boyfriend.
I thought you said Murray.
I thought she said that too.
Too, it's funny, not funny, but I was watching Biden today. That he's making the announcements, and he goes through the whole list of people. And I think to myself, geez, not a Jew amongst them. And then I'm listening, like the first guy gets up and goes, "Well, my family was killed in the Holocaust." I'm like, "Oh,
Hey, great. Right.
there's one for us." I just said that to get Rath happy.
Well, what were you saying? I didn't catch what that was a list of. Who was it?
Holocaust?
What's the best part of the Holocaust, Sarah?
Mark, let's see your dog.
The dog really smells.
That's
He looks
so cute.
smaller.
She died 2 weeks ago, but I'm afraid to move her. No, I'm kidding. It's been a week.
Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I can't help it. The kid cracks me up. Well,
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to do 10 minutes too, so I might have to write a joke.
I know I was the only one who's been performing because I opened for Gaffigan all summer. It was really weird that Dave Juskow was the only one working.
Have you mentioned to him that situation?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Oh, with Gaffigan?
Mhm.
No, I haven't. No,
Wait
I
a
don't
minute.
talk
What's
about-
this?
Be horrified.
There was some payment late. There was some late payments, but I I finally did get paid. Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Yes,
Don't
but it
feel
took
bad.
just a couple of months. During a pandemic. That's fine.
Well, yeah,
But it was an honor to just play the room. So
I
when I
saw
say
he
the
was
room,
walking around. He was walking around. Did anybody have change for $1 million bill? So he could give you. He wanted to give you $40.
well, it's kind of funny. I think he made $500,000. It's kind of funny. We did play Philadelphia Phillies Stadium. I mean,
No, sir. Really?
yeah. We were playing right out in the parking lot, all the cars.
Look at Sarah's face.
Yeah. No, it was fun, but
How many people? How many people are you
I
performing?
estimated 4,000 people.
So that's
1,000
almost
cars.
1,000 cars.
1,000 cars. At least the first one was definitely 1,000 cars, and the other ones were 650 to 800 cars. So that's a lot of, and it's $50. Well, what's the difference? Thank God it was all happening, and it was a wonderful summer. Me and Marina, it was almost like the summer that we had with Sarah Silverman, which was me and Marina, and Beth Stelling, who was on the show a few weeks ago, which was a delightful, and her HBO Max special, which is really, really good.
Marina got paid right away.
She what? Oh, she got
paid
no,
right away.
she didn't either. So it made me feel good. It would have made me feel bad if she got paid too. But no, it was weird because now Marina and I are just expecting to open for people all summer long for the next summers. That's what we do now. We work together. We open for the biggies all summer long. And again, thank you, Sarah, because that was such a fun time.
What now? You're talking about doing something recently with Sarah outside, or you're talking about years ago?
Before the pandemic.
Summer.
2019, right? It was weird because I had just gotten fired from my job. It was perfect timing for me. Let me move on to where I can share my screen and we can look at the pictures I had prepared today. This is what we do here at the show. I show, when they usually come up, I think there they are. I show pictures of my week. Normally on this show where I would have a show like this at the Cellar, I show pictures of me tailgating during football season. So this is obviously from a few years ago or last year when you could tailgate and, drink a lot and have a good time. But now I only have lunch with my mother on Sundays.
Rhoda.
Yeah.
She looks like Dr. Ruth in that picture.
Yeah, she does a little bit. I guess they all look like that at that
Which
age.
one's her?
Score.
I wish I said that.
Here on Wednesday, though, this is Attell. He looks like a bandit. Nick Griffin and Outside Steve all having dinner together on Wednesday. There was no one else in the restaurant, so we felt okay. It's all legal, but it is awkward. I do it once a week on Wednesdays. We go out. And and the place was an Italian place, and it had one of those old pull chain toilets in the back.
Oh,
like in
boy.
The Godfather. That's why I had to take a picture. It's a
This
nice,
picture-
friendly
this
place.
This picture's making me hungrier than the other one.
Here's me and Todd Barry having dinner outside one day. We sent that picture to Sarah because normally she would have been with us. I couldn't believe he wanted to have dinner, but we ate outside. In fact, Todd's fear of the virus is the reason why I opened for Gaffigan, because Todd didn't want to do it.
Todd has seriously looked. I mean, I can only see him with a mask, but he's looked the same for 40 years.
I know.
Yeah, it's good.
In a
And
good
here's
way.
Sarah took this picture a long time ago of me driving Todd, and I might have had a couple of drinks, and Todd was terrified. But Todd will never turn down a ride home. So I love that picture.
Yeah, that's got his expression is pretty Todd,
Right. And here, so this was me and Memo. I showed that a couple weeks ago. We were having dinner. That's his kid. She's adorable. She's 10. We're having dinner on Queens Boulevard, or as they call it, the Boulevard of Death. And I cannot believe there haven't been more accidents on the street with cars barreling in, but we're having a good time. And then I walked them home, and we ran into this picture, which is our friend Mariam, who now sells real estate for a living, real estate with integrity. But the funny part is that a couple months before, we took this picture of her getting really high with a garbage bong.
Appreciate that.
This is before they had the good vapes. You had to like put it on this machine, this volcano.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You know it? Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
I think there's like a new one.
Yeah.
It's probably the best for you.
Really? I thought they were the ones that caused COVID now, vaping.
It's actually good for you.
They're finding out.
This is these
I
are all
actually
over
I
New
quit
York.
smoking pot, actually.
You did?
Yeah, the 8:05 your time.
Oh, I was gonna say, hold on, this is big news. No, this is a painter. I've been showing this for the weeks. I just wanted to share it with you guys because I think it's funny. This is an artist, and he does these really great paintings all over town and around the country. I guess maybe not in LA. I don't know. His name is Eduardo Cobra, and he does these nice color paintings that are amazing. This is on the West Side Highway. This is in Amsterdam. Look at these huge murals.
Found her.
Oh, they found her.
No wonder. How can you not?
They're like, we're looking for this girl. Have you seen her?
Well, tell that story about Pia Zadora, because that's a real crowd pleaser.
Who has
You
the
know,
story of Pia Zadora?
This young actress Pia Zadora, and she married a old rich man who produced her starring in The Diary of Anne Frank in Vegas.
I remember it was
What?
Vegas,
Oh, was
right?
it
I didn't know it was
Vegas?
the Diary of Anne Frank.
As the story goes, she was so terrible that people in the audience were heckling, "She's in the attic!"
She has a show here in Vegas still, believe it or not.
Yeah, she's a living legend because of that thing. I think she's just kind of like a joke, but yet
You know what the weird? Oh,
She's in the-
and Charo too has a show here.
She's an incredible guitarist.
Flamenco.
I would go see Char. I'd be kidding myself if I didn't think I would enjoy seeing that show.
I heard Pia Zadora is good too, by the way. I'm being serious.
See, Mark knows he's at the inside of Vegas. You're like the Sam Rothstein of Vegas at this point.
Let me tell you.
Mark Cohen will
Pia
take
and
you
I
on the
used to
inside
talk.
track.
I tried to get Pia painted on the side of a building, but nobody will do it.
Like John Ritter.
No,
Anyway,
like
this
the
artist
team
he made one of me and for some reason put it on the top of the Stonewall Inn, which I can't figure out why he chose that one, but
That's not a real picture at all.
no, it is. And I was kind of upset with it because he said, I'd like to do it. I said, sure. But I didn't know it was going to be on top of this gay icon landmark.
Well, why not?
Imagine how the bar feels being under a gay icon.
This was a couple years ago. I've heard the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade for some reason is happening, but I can't figure out why or how. There's nobody supposed to be there. Are they blowing up balloons? Does anyone know? Does Dave Rath know?
It's happened with no crowd.
Yeah, just no crowd.
Well, I mean, but the crowd gets drawn to them just blowing up the balloons alone. I mean, isn't that just going to cause chaos? Nobody knows.
I don't know. It's just, first of all, it's New York, so people aren't going to go if they, you know what I mean?
I guess. I don't know. Everybody likes to go watch those balloons blow up. I just have this picture because this is me, and this guy next to me is the director of Supermarket Sweep on ABC.
Is that true?
Yes. I just thought it was funny. So I've had Letty Marcus on, and he's been writing for the show or producing it.
Yeah.
Here's us and our friend Tall John
Oh.
I was so annoyed
with me.
with you and Cohen that night
Why?
because it was like, where do you want to eat? We can eat anywhere. Does this look good? You know, we were just like stoned and walking around. I didn't care where we ate. I didn't even know what this place was. And then everyone's like, yeah. And then now we've sat and ordered drinks, and you guys were like mumbling about how you don't want to eat there.
I don't know. I remember it as just the best time.
I don't remember.
Like,
Here's Tall John crushing Sarah on the I love this picture. It was on the Sarah Silverman program.
I was the writer's room at Sarah Silverman program.
Yeah.
John is hurting Sarah, but Sarah's still mad at me and Jessica.
That's what's happening in her mind there. And that's Tall John taking a picture.
How do you have that picture?
Oh my God.
Tall John sends that to me whenever he's like mad at me or anything.
Sarah, when it first came up, I couldn't see it was very small, and I thought it was Gilbert Gottfried.
It's Sarah sleeping on a plane.
I
it
can
makes
see
me
that.
laugh every time. It makes my day when I see it. Here's me and Mark that night.
Wow. Yeah.
Sarah gave me this coat. It was so cold that day in Los Angeles. Sarah was kind enough to give me this awesome.
That was my hoodie.
Yeah.
Where
That's
was
one of my favorite pictures of myself.
I think that was just 2 years ago.
Oh, you're in it too, David.
Yeah.
I missed
There's me.
that.
There's Mark making me laugh.
Oh, look at my eyeballs. Oh,
I love that one. They were so comfortable together. They just slept there.
that.
And this one, how does this make any sense? Here's Sarah's roommate from the East Village when she was starting out. Here's my best friend from high school, and for some reason, Fred Willard. Explain that photo if you can.
Where is that? New York?
I don't know. It's
The
got
guy
to
in the
be New
middle-
York.
the guy in the middle looks old for high school, Dave, but
Yes, well, he's looked that way since kindergarten. So, right, Sarah?
Beth Tapper.
Yeah, that's Beth Tapper. Isn't that funny?
That's Beth Tapper? Whoa.
That is Mark Cohen and Sarah Silverman. Is this Mike Rowe?
Yep.
That's Mike Rowe.
These two guys are the reason the Comedy Cellar is successful.
No, Rowe never worked there.
I thought it was
They made jackets that said the Rowe and
Rowan
Cohen
and Cohen.
Stop Us Before We Kill Again tour. And
That's right.
all my friends had one, but I didn't.
I didn't
Look
have
at
one
that
either.
hair.
Yeah,
Jeez.
we got one.
All of us.
But it was awesome. They were the kings of the Comedy Cellar, and that is why we exist to this day. And I know that the owner thinks
Oh, my
that's the
God.
fact.
I feel like that's at the
This could be at the Improv in
oh
New York on 44th Street.
Is that at Boston?
No, that's
Oh,
not
you-
Boston. I think he's
I
right.
wanna-
I think they're-
I think it's the Improv. This is obviously David Tell, John Stewart, and Mark Cohen.
Leibowitz.
Yeah, John Leibowitz. Look at it. He looks like Paul Simon in that picture.
I know it. Everyone, you guys look so handsome.
Yeah.
We were
Everybody
kids.
looks
That's
good
got to
in
be
that picture.
35 years ago, probably.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
my
God. This is the funniest thing. This is Mark on a talk show. Where do you hear what he says?
Places.
They really moved the club like almost brick for brick here in
Yeah.
Vegas. It looks exactly like the club in Vegas.
Well, and
in New York.
And for those who have not been to this club in New York City, it actually launched the careers of some really well-known people.
Right? Mark Cohen
Mark Cohen.
was the most.
I was talking about the singer from Walking in Memphis.
Did you get calls for him, like for bookings?
MTV once called me. They said, "Hey, will you
Right.
do the theater?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then they called back and they said, "Hey, will you bring your guitar?" And I'm like,
You're like, sure, right?
"Yeah, why not? Yeah." And then a couple minutes later, they go, "You're not the singer, are you?" And I tried to get him to let me open for him. They didn't do it.
Yeah, that was so funny. I remember that story completely. Wasn't it like the Garden or something? Like you're like, sure, I'll play the Garden.
I just started, and I thought it would have been cool if I opened for him.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would have been cool. Yeah, of course. That's when the real Vegas was Vegas, when you wear a jacket and tie, you go out somewhere. This is
Look
me
at
and my sister going to see David Brenner and Bobby Vinton in Vegas.
No shit. Who was the opener? Bobby
David
Vinton.
Brenner. David Brenner was the opener.
And you're sitting with Dinah Shore?
No, that's my mother and father.
Wait, David,
My
are you?
grandparents. I am Jewish. Why would you?
I've never seen Beth with that nose.
I know, isn't that funny?
It looks like a scene from a Neil Simon play.
Well, it pretty much is the exact same. I mean, this is 70s in Vegas. I mean, it really just looks like we're that old. Like, I mean, we are that old, but it's just jackets and ties, you know?
That is crazy.
Nobody does that. And that's, you know, me. It's not like our parents, you know, it's like really, we're that old. Here's me and all of Sarah's friends, but not Sarah. And I love that. Was a great night. Everybody's pretty. Now, this one is me at the football game after I was up all night doing the Statue of Liberty play, after my best pal hosted Saturday Night Live.
Chris Rock.
No, I went right to the game after we went to the after party, where I was able to take this picture of Sarah and Lorne Michaels and Martin Short. What?
I just said, "Oh my God, I've never seen that picture."
Yeah, I was hoping you were going to ask it. So you'd be like, "How did you get that picture?" I'd be like, "I was lurking, you know, in the back, and I just thought from Crimes and Misdemeanors, you know what I'm."
Who are you sitting with, Sarah? Who's to your left?
It's Martin Short and Lorne Michaels and Michael.
Oh, that's Martin Short. No,
Right.
Who's the other guy?
Lorne Michaels.
Right, and there's one more guy.
Her left.
Michael Sheen.
Oh,
That's Michael.
wow.
I was trying to leave that out.
I remember something that Lauren said there that I always think about.
What?
He said, he was like, "Well, Marty was supposed to do a piece on Weekend Update tonight, but he bailed out. You know, he said he didn't do it." And I was like, "Oh my God, that would have been incredible. Why didn't you do it?" And Lauren said, "Well, Marty's problem is he thinks everything has to be perfect, when the truth is it only has to be good."
Oh boy.
But there
And
is something
there you have it.
about the immediacy of live, and like, it's
Yes.
that, you know what I mean? Like,
That's
if
smart.
everything has to be perfect, you're going to be paralyzed. Like, it just has to be good.
Did anybody see Belushi?
Yeah.
Did
Is
you
it
like
good?
it?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought RJ did a great job with it.
It's better than the one they had with the commish.
Michael Chiklis?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that one. This was a documentary, so
Documentary about
it
people
wasn't
talking-
a drama. It wasn't a dramatized version. It was
Here is a wonderful picture that Sarah sent me. One of the greatest days of my life. Her and Richie Cunningham together with the Fonz giving the thumbs up. And I'm pretty sure she said, "Hey, can we take a picture for my friend Dave Juskow?" It made me so happy. That's why I knew exactly where it was and why I wanted to show it today. What is better than this goddamn photo? Nothing for me.
Hey,
Hey.
I once did a pilot, and he was the he was the producer, Henry Winkler, and he came up to me and he says, "You're a genius," and then the next day I got fired. That's a true story.
smart for your own good.
I said, "You're a genius too." What?
It was a pilot.
He was the producer on a pilot.
Was it MacGyver?
No, it was Wintuition.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry that happened. Henry
That's
Winkler seems like
okay.
a lovely guy.
He had an England.
Here's Sarah and John McEnroe together at a sporting event, and Sarah likes to attend sporting events, as does Dave Rath.
Hey!
was at
Oh.
Game 2 of the World Series, in which the Red Sox swept the Colorado Rockies.
And that's Billie Jean King in the background?
Well, I'm pretty beefy there.
You
Yeah.
are. Yeah. And here's me and Sarah at the Yankee game, I believe. We like it, but I look like her grandfather there. So
Yeah, how long ago was
I
that?
usually don't show that photo because it's
Well, it was
awful.
like my most recent bangs mistake. So it was probably
I
like,
disagree. I think you look amazing there. I
Yeah, you
like
look
them.
really cute.
Yeah.
Compared to him, too, you look great.
Yeah, exactly. That was not a good day for me.
we got really high, and then we thought we were going to get in trouble because we were like, we found like a storage closet or something.
That's right.
Vapes, and we're like getting high.
Well,
Yeah.
because we were just, I think Snoop Dogg was around too, and he was getting high or something. And then, or maybe the week before or something like that. We're like, what? He's not going to get high? We might as well. There's no way he's not getting high. This, of course, is my favorite show in the world that everybody knows, The Big Bang Theory. And thanks to Dave Rath, I was able to sit on
Oh.
Sheldon's spot on the set. I was very excited. Thank you, David. This really means a lot to me. I watch this show every day, and it's really funny because when you see that Samantha Bee come on TBS and she goes, I see a lot of people are turning off the Big Bang Theory. After the Big Bang Theory, they turn off instead of seeing my show. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. It was like she was talking to me. And then she says it's her. She says, stop it, Dad, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that was amazing. I watch a lot of TV, and this was on recently. They had
11 episodes.
Yeah, I can't believe this is before Alice, Hal Linden, and Linda Lavin. This is on, they put it out, started putting on New York because during the pandemic, they just started putting on Barney Miller and
They look
Jefferson.
like they look like they're shooting the A-list.
After sweating.
Well, you know, she had a love, she was a cop, and she was like a love interest for Woja Howitz.
Really?
Wojo.
So, Sarah, have you seen the show Be Positive?
No.
I know I'm the only one watching, but because I like that girl. She's a Broadway actress, and it's not very.
With Annalee Ashford.
Yeah.
I played lovers with her.
In what?
That's wonderful.
The Masters of
Oh, that
Sex.
was the other girl?
She looks.
Yeah, Masters of
Yeah.
Sex.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was her. That's funny. She looks different in the thing, but she's the only reason I started watching because she looks, she's sexy and she's a really good Broadway musical actress. So I like her.
Unbelievable.
She's a Tony winner. And so anyway, on that show, I was complaining because on the pilot, Bernie Kopell is on it. And he's like, he had one line. And I'm like, well, you have Bernie. I didn't even know he was still working. And so last week, Linda Lavin's in it as well. And then I was wondering, if she took the job because I don't know.
You'd love the Love Boat. You should watch that.
Midwetter.
Well, yeah, I wasn't sure if we were talking about it, so I didn't.
Oh, I don't know.
She was supposed to be in the Bedwetter. This was Sarah's Broadway musical that, of course, is postponed because of COVID. And Linda Lavin's supposed to be in, and now she's in Be Positive because of COVID. I guess they're filming it. Oh, in fact, I know they are because what's her name? Anna Lee Ashford. They had a thing of her in the saying like, it's been really rough for us. We are just in a 1-bedroom apartment, me and my husband and my son, a 1-bedroom in New York City. We've been quarantining. The only thing I was able to do was go out and shoot my TV series, my network show. Like we're supposed to feel bad. Like all I did was leave town and shoot my network series, like.
And my quote.
So I know it's during COVID. And then I was worried about your show because Linda Lavin took a part.
Sure will.
Yes, it will. And Broadway will make a.
She was playing your mom, Sarah?
No, my
grandmother, I think, right?
Your grandmother?
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, because I'm not in it. It's 10 year. It's about the year I'm 10.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I took this from the TV. I was watching The $6 Million Man, and the episode says Steve poses as a bodyguard to capture enemy agents electronically controlling a nightclub comic, Flip Wilson.
That's funny.
That's the kind of shit that this is why I watch TV. The only way this would be funnier is if it was me or Mark in this parentheses here, And this is the Conan show where I always, because I took this right off the TV, I couldn't believe this was Sarah on the couch and that pillow. That's how I knew they were filming at Largo. I didn't even understand. That was the funniest thing. I just saw it really quick. And I'm like, wait a minute. And this was like a coming attraction. And it caught my eye. And I'm like, there's a pillow there. It looks like Sarah, but it can't be. But it is.
You didn't know that I did this?
No.
Don't you want to tell your audience that Mark Cohen crocheted that pillow?
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, that's what I said.
I thought he was making a joke. I had no idea.
No, that's what they've been
I
making
know he
fun of.
crochets. I didn't know he did this one.
When I was in the hospital, Mark didn't know what to do with himself because he was so worried and he didn't know what to do. So he just crocheted my face on a pillow. And then when I got out of the hospital, he gave it to me and it was so beautiful and I loved it so much. But I can't have a pillow with my face on it in my tiny apartment.
So you don't want the pillow that I did of your ass?
Huh?
You don't want me to give you the pillow I made of your ass? That would be all right.
I didn't know that. Mark, that's amazing. I mean, look at it. It's from far away, from close up.
I think
it's
it looks
perfect.
like you. I don't know why he gives me so much grief.
either. It looks like me. It's
It
great.
totally looks like you. I just noticed it from the TV.
Did he ever hire somebody to make another one? That was his thing, wasn't it?
I don't know.
What a jerk.
This is what I was supposed to eat for Thanksgiving because I thought Thanksgiving was canceled. I thought I had to go to Wawa and get a sandwich because my sister was positive. But as it turns out, she got a negative today. So Thanksgiving is back on.
No, David.
There's my niece chowing down like a pig. Well, what's the matter, Sarah? You don't want me going there? What?
Cancel Thanksgiving. What is wrong with you?
It's a
You're
COVID.
No.
Next Thanksgiving, you're gonna be, you could be missing a loved one because you had to have yams this Thursday. There's gonna be a vaccine in 3 months. Just
They need to see
wait.
how delicious this food looks.
Ugh.
I'm sorry that's the case that you feel that way, but
If she just had a test, she's okay. How do you know anybody between now the time they have a test, the time you got to hang out with them, where they are, what they're doing?
I do not know.
Well, that's the problem with tests, obviously.
Have an indoor Thanksgiving?
That's the plan.
David, I'm begging you not to. For your mother's sake, for your sake.
Yeah, well, for my mother's, then we don't have. She doesn't have a. She's demanding it,
No.
so she wants it to happen really badly.
I canceled our Thanksgiving.
It might
So you're
happen.
not doing
all-
anything.
We're going to be out in the backyard, just me and my sister and my parents.
Oh, isn't that the same thing though? But you're in the backyard.
Right.
We don't have that option.
Yeah, so you have to cancel it.
Oh.
Do it by
Open a
It's
window.
hard.
where
It's hard to be by yourself on Thanksgiving, though.
get over
abroad.
It's hard
you
to
don't
be by yourself on a ventilator too.
the day your mom was killed by
It's not
her
that-
granddaughter.
Well, that was inevitable anyway. Beth and my
All right.
mother do not get along. Does anyone know what this is? Anybody know?
That is 14th.
Recognize the space?
Is it the Limelight?
No, it's Dangerfield.
Oh.
It closed. But
That's
don't
a weird-
worry, because Kevin Brennan is still playing there. It's going to be all right. I swear to God, that picture is still completely there. This is not a photoshopping of any kind.
Is that Brad Garrett on top? Who's on top?
No, I think it's Rob Magnotti.
Oh, Rob McNaughty.
I think that's who it is. Rob McNaughty, Steve Marshall, and Kevin Brennan. Remember, Steve Marshall does not behave.
What was the joke he had about get smart? Would you believe half the
Would you believe?
I don't know, but I know he'd be very happy that we were talking about him. All
You
right,
know,
let's get to the football picks for today. It is a Thanksgiving tradition. We will make these. Oh, quick. Oh, let me go to last week's results. Really?
Do we
quick.
win?
No. Here's the problem with last week. I had, as you know, I had Richard Klein, David Yazbek, and Amy Yazbek on, and you're going to tell us, and this is the audience, that the composer of a lavish Broadway musical in Tootsie and the girl from Wings kicked our ass in football picks. What a humiliation for Larry from Three's Company, myself, and the audience. They went 10-4.
Wow. Did they choose the same one? No, I guess not.
No, everybody is different. And it's just it was quite remarkable. So very impressive for but that's why I said don't worry if you're not keeping track of anything, because it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Nobody knows anything. The best of the best could tell you everything, and it's not the way. So let's just go through it real quick. Here, this the Thanksgiving games, the Lions and the Texans. I'm going to pick the Texans. Sarah, how about you?
Lions?
Mark Cohen.
Red Sox.
I like to usually look at what their record is.
They both have crappy records. I know you do, because Sarah has been in my pool for 20 years, my football pool. So she has a system, and she's always been doing really well, but she really does put work into it, and it's really kind of cool. So I love that's why I asked her to do the show too. Mark, I know you said the White Sox, but they're not playing.
I'll take the Lions.
Dave Rath knows about football. We talk about it often.
I'll take the home team.
Take the home team. Everybody's taking the Lions. What does the audience say, Mike?
They're saying Lions.
They're saying Lions. Gotcha. That is the audience. We have a chat room. Okay. The Dallas Cowboys against the Washington Football Club.
What's their basic records?
They each won 3 games. They're doing bad, but they're also in first place. It's difficult to say. It's a big game, as it turns out. Dave Rath, do you want to go first?
Yeah, Cowboys should win that game.
One would think. Mark?
Wait, so this was originally should have been the Cowboys versus the Indians?
That's true. Damn it. That's right.
I'll take the Star.
Oh my God.
You say the Star?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what they're called now.
Sarah, what do you think? What?
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys.
Yeah, I'll take the Cowboys too. Damn it, I wasn't positive about that one. This line already went up because the Ravens are having difficulty. I have no problem taking the Pittsburgh undefeated.
They're saying Washington, Dave.
Oh, sorry, right. Oh, they're going to say Washington, the audience. Sometimes I forget. Thank you, Mike.
Ooh.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh is undefeated, Sarah, and Baltimore is not playing that great. I'm taking Pittsburgh. And what are you going to take?
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
You're going to take Pittsburgh too. And Mark?
I'll take Baltimore.
All right. Dave Rath?
Pittsburgh's obvious, but I got a feeling that they're gonna lose this week. But I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh.
You're following the spread too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough one because normally this spread was like 2.5, which is perfect because the Baltimore and Pittsburgh games are like 3 points or so. It went up to 4, so I'm a little tepid about it, but I'm going to take it.
Are dominant, and I think Baltimore.
I don't have any problem taking the Dolphins here over the crappy Jets, although I did cover on the Jets last week. The Dolphins lost. I think they're going to be pissed. I think they take it out on the Jets. Sarah, what do you think?
Wait, Pittsburgh, Dave.
Oh, did I forget again? Oh, my God. Thank you.
All your emails green because of the Jets during football season.
Yeah, but the Jets stink. They have not won a game. They're awful. And betting against them, to win money is important.
Yeah. Was it Dolphins?
Yeah, Dolphins. You going to take them?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Mark?
I'm going to go with the Dolphins too.
Dave Rath?
They need 26.5 points, but yes, the Dolphins.
Yeah. Okay, Mike. Again, audience, I'm so sorry. I had my pictures of everybody on the show holding over the edge. I put it on the edge again. So. What are they like?
Jets.
What?
Really? What?
Yeah.
The audience usually is right. That's what I've noticed in my travels, except for last week where you got beaten by a musical theater producer. Here are Dave Rath's New England Patriots and the Arizona Cardinals. This is a tough one. I'm going to let Sarah go first.
Going Cardinals.
You're going Cardinals against her hometown team, the New England Patriots. Mark, you guys are all New Englanders.
I gotta have to go with the Patriots.
Yeah.
What do you say, Dave Rath?
Home dog.
Home dog. Interesting.
Now I feel bad.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I'm going to go with the Cardinals too. The Patriots have been playing well, but I think the Cardinals come back. They've been playing well on the East Coast.
But they might not.
Also, Pats are home, so that's probably smart.
Oh, what does the audience say?
Cards.
Oh, they're saying the Cards too.
They've been opposite me every time.
Okay, the Vikings over the Panthers. This is a tough one. Everybody's been playing subpar. I don't know. Dave, you go first this time. I can't decide.
Vikings are going to win this game outright.
Oh, see
Vikings
that'll make me decide too. What do you say, Mark Cohen?
Vikings.
I guess I'll go the Vikings too. Dave Rath convinced me. What does the audience say?
They're going to go with the
Vikings.
All on Vikings. Last week, we all picked 2 teams, all of us, and we won those games. So when it's unanimous, it seems to be the way to go. Here are the horrible Jacksonville Jaguars against the Cleveland Browns, who've been playing really good. I have no problem taking the Browns by a touchdown.
Browns.
Sarah? Yep.
Browns.
Mark Cohen?
Browns.
Brown water.
Rath? Yes?
Brown water.
Brown water.
Mike, the audience, I assume?
Browns.
Yeah. Here we go again. Unanimous twice in a row. Here's a tough one. Colts against the Tennessee Titans, who really had a great game last week, and the Colts also beat the Packers. I'm going to take the Titans plus the points. Sarah?
How are they playing each of them?
The Titans are playing. They're both playing really well.
They're
They both
good.
have about 3 losses. Maybe they're 7-3, both of them.
Colts.
And take the Colts, the hometown team. Mark Cohen
Colts.
and Dave Rath.
Home dog.
Home. Well, they're not a dog.
They're given 3.5. My bad.
Favorite.
I still like the Colts over the Titans.
I'm going to say the audience is going with me on Tennessee. What do you say, Mike?
They're saying Titans.
Oh, they are. Okay, good. Yeah. I don't have a problem with the 3.5. I really, really like it. And they both excelled last week. So I don't know. The Bengals are this line. The Giants are favored by 5.5. They've only won 3 games. They got really lucky because Joe Burrows got hurt last week. This is tough. I mean, it's hard to give the Giants those points. They're playing pretty good, but I think I have to take them because the Bengals, their quarterback, their replacement isn't that good. Sarah, what do you think?
I was gonna go Bengals, but
It's tough. They gotta. Their number 1 pick quarterback is out for the season.
okay, New York.
Mark,
was
what
that?
do you think?
The Bengals. Uh-oh.
I usually take the home dog if they're getting points. Like in this.
Okay.
The
What does the
dog.
audience say?
Giants.
They're going Giants. Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough one. I really wanted to pick the Bengals, but it's not trustworthy. The Bills -5.5. The Chargers. Chargers beat the Jets last week, which means I have no problem taking the Bills by 7. Sarah. Oh, the Bills are playing very well, and the Chargers, they're right there, but they're not playing well, and they've only won like 2 or 3 games.
Did she leave?
No, she's there. She's studying the board.
The Chargers, just to mix it up.
Oh, nice. Mark Cohen
Bills.
and Dave Rath.
Bills to cover.
How come the
Bills.
Chargers symbol is a blonde mustache?
Everybody thinks it's my eyebrows. That's the thing. What does the audience say? I'm gonna guess they're gonna say the Bills.
Bills.
Yeah.
I love when you say audience when all the time it's your sister.
Well, how did you know? Sometimes it is. That's true. Sometimes my sister's in that chat room. Here is the Las Vegas Raiders, who played a very nice game. I think they're going to win over the Falcons. I think they played the Kansas City real tough on Sunday night. I'm going to take the Raiders.
Didn't 4 of them get COVID yesterday? I'm being serious.
Yeah, but they had it on Sunday too, and they still kept it close. They almost beat the Kansas City Chiefs last week. Sarah, what do you think?
The other ones. The
Falcons?
Ravens?
The other one.
Atlanta. Mark Cohen?
I'm going to go with Vegas.
You have to. You have no choice. You'd be run out of town. Dave Rath?
I would normally take the home underdog getting points, but the Raiders should beat them pretty well at all.
Yeah, that's what I think. What does the audience say?
Raiders.
They're saying the Raiders.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah,
sorry.
baby.
Okay, here are the LA Rams, who beat the Buccaneers last night. The San Francisco 49ers are kind of finished. They're favored by 7.5. That's a lot of points. Dave Rath, I'm going to let you go first.
Not enough points, Rams.
Wow. Mark Cohen?
Buccaneers.
They're not playing.
Whoever the other one is.
It's the Rams and the 49ers.
Oh. All right, I'll go with the Buccaneers. The 49ers.
Sarah, what do you think?
LA.
Yeah, I know. 7.5 is tough. Do I? You know what? I'm going to pick the 49ers. I hate myself. What does the audience say?
It's Niners, but barely.
Yeah. Interesting. I was curious about that. Only because of that half a point. I think if it was just exactly 7, we all would have gone Rams.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, I guess so.
The Saints against the Denver Broncos pulled up an upset last week against the Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Saints. Sarah?
Yeah, the Saints.
Yeah, Mark.
Buccaneers. No, the Saints.
It's funny every time. Dave Rath?
Wait till the third time.
I'll take the points. I think it's going to be closer.
Interesting. What does the audience say?
Ooh, hold on a second. Saints.
Saints.
When are the Taints playing?
Well, here's a fun game: the Buccaneers against the Kansas City Chiefs. Finally, Mark gets his team. This is a really tough one. The Buccaneers came off. This is Tom Brady against Patrick Mahomes. Very exciting. I can't decide. Sarah, you go first this time. No? Would you prefer? Yeah, Kansas City against Tampa Bay with Tom Brady.
Shoot, that's hard. I don't want to go first.
Okay, Dave Rath, you want to go first?
Not enough points. Kansas City.
That's what I think, I guess. Mark Cohen?
The Saints.
He changed it up just enough. Make it funny again.
No, not necessarily.
I got to go with Buccaneers.
You have to.
I have to.
It's almost like we should just pick him because we would play this back and he just kept saying, Mark kept saying Buccaneers. They told you they're going to win. Sarah, what do you think?
Oh, wow. Tom Brady versus Mahomes. What are their records? What's the scoop?
The Kansas City has only lost one game and the Buccaneers have now lost 4. And they played crappy last night. Kansas City?
The right call.
What is a Buccaneer?
It's hard to bet against the fact that Mark has just kept saying the Buccaneers because I feel like it's like some sort of metaphor, but I'm going to take Kansas City as well. What does the audience say?
Kansas City.
They're not coming for the ride.
The audience said Kansas City?
I'm tired.
Oh, okay. Just make sure. This is the Green Bay Packers against the Bears. It's 8.5. I'm going with the Bears. I hate myself for doing it but those points are too much. Sarah, what do you think?
I mean, the Packers are really good, and the
They
Bears
are really good, but they're not playing great, but they're still playing okay. And the Bears aren't playing well at all, but they keep hanging around.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Mark Cohen.
I'm going to say the Bears as well.
Oh, I thought for sure you're going to say Buccaneers. Dave.
But that wouldn't be funny.
Big blowout. Not enough points.
In Green Bay. What does the audience say?
Like Green Bay.
They're saying Green Bay. They go with Dave Rath on that one. Here's the Eagles that are playing horribly, and the Seahawks. I don't see any reason why the Seahawks shouldn't win by 30 points. Sarah, what do you think?
All right, I'll say the same.
Mark?
The same.
I'm betting against towns I like, but,
Attempting home underdog, but for John Schrader, I'm going to take the Seahawks.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And what does the audience say?
Seahawks.
Yeah, of course.
When the Taints.
That's our picks for this week. I like them.
Nice.
All right, leave it up for a second. Could you put it back up?
No, I just
I got to take a picture, but I want to remember what I took. What I picked.
Oh, I can send it to you.
By mail?
Yeah.
Hey, Ivy that said Happy Thanksgiving.
Who said that?
Mike Ivy.
Oh, I actually had a picture of the two of us, and I didn't use it today.
Wait, I have a picture, a recent picture he sent because his hair is getting so long.
Gray? So long? Mike Ivy?
McIvy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow.
I tried to make this out of it.
Oh, that's good.
Kind of cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, Mike Ivy is the best. We've all known him for years, and he's such a nice guy. I guess he's. Oh, look, there he is. Look, Mark brought him up. Who's that?
Oh my, Bob Shaw.
Oh, it is. Oh,
about Bob Shaw. Do you know anything about how he's doing?
I talked to him like a week or so ago. He's doing good.
No way.
Yeah.
I mean, last time I heard, he was like meditating 13 hours a day.
I don't think he's doing. Yeah, he was. He's still meditating. I don't know if it's that long, but he was doing it for a real long time.
Called sleeping.
Hello.
All right, we got one more segment here. We have news. This is the. I always open with this. This is the Chargers playing the Jets. As you can see, the Jets are like, he's flying. I'm telling you, the man was flying. The Jets stink so much. As you can see, look, even the quarterback stiff arms because the Jets stink.
Oh,
This is the Lions celebrating. For what reason? They didn't score a point last week.
I think that's a move from the chorus line.
hello.
I think you're right. It's
Who
weird
is
to
this?
celebrate when you don't score a point. I just like this one because it looks like the still photo just looks like they're just like, let them score.
That's Gaston.
There's Dave Rath's boy, Cam Newton. Just put that in for you Patriots fans. This guy, this is the best. This is the quarterback for the Saints that's taken over for Drew Brees. Tyson Hill, is that his name? Or
But he's not just a quarterback, he's also a receiver.
right. So he just won the game, his first game. But there's his manager behind him going like, wait, there's other stuff. Remember, Sarah, I was thinking when we were in Atlantic City with the tell that time, and he came into the ocean going, I'm your agent. I've got work.
Yeah.
This is why this reminded me of
Mushrooms in Atlantic City. And do you remember, this is so many years ago. I mean, I think I was 20.
20. Yeah.
And you guys were like 26. And
40.
we were taking mushrooms. We took mushrooms. We were tripping our balls off. We were at the Trump Taj Mahal.
Oh my God, that's right.
He had Dave had a nickel, and he put it into the nickel slot, and it came in. And like we were tripping, and just buckets of nickels were coming out of this machine.
I feel like we ran away because we didn't want anybody to notice, we did something wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, this is coming back December 2nd, and I'll be there, the McRib. Nationwide, folks. I don't get sponsored by McDonald's, but I should be.
Oh, boy.
How do you eat it with the bones in it?
There are no bones. It's boneless. That's what makes it so delicious.
They debone it. If you know what
This
I'm
is
saying.
from CNN, the news today. Feinstein to step aside. And as you can see, it's weird because it's Rachel Feinstein.
What?
That's what doesn't make any sense. I didn't know she was a top aide to the Democrats, but Mrs. Feinstein. David Dinkins died today. He was the New York's first black mayor, as they love pointing out. He was not a very good mayor, but he was a wonderful man, as I got to meet him at this funeral. Do you know whose funeral this is? Can you take a guess? There are some clues.
Koch.
Who?
You're Koch.
No. Nope. Abe Vigoda. You can see on the left-hand side over here. And I was there, me, Gilbert, Jeff Ross. I was sitting right over here. Me, Gilbert, Jeff Ross, and David Dinkins. And I got to speak to him. He was a wonderful man, but yeah, it was Fish's funeral.
I think I did warm up actually.
Which is funny because it comes and right, this is Gilbert at the funeral, at the funeral, and I'm just telling you guys, please don't have him speak at mine. I don't want it to be hilarious. The rabbi sitting there going, "Oh my God, this is great." I want a sad one. And there it goes back to the Pultane toilet. Again, it goes back in full circle because Abe Vigoda had the line. It's a wonderful place. It's got the old-fashioned Pultane toilet. Now this is okay. You ready for this? This is, I talk about this a lot. Nobody reads Sunday comics anymore except me. I can't believe they still exist. They're awful, but they get paid millions. Me and Greg Fitzsimmons were talking about this the other day. This is Beetle Bailey. He's like, I want you to pick up my Jeep. It better not be scratched. And they put pillows, and you're like, somebody got paid like $1 million for this. It's all their sons now. This has been going on for 70 years. And this is the comic strip Curtis.
Terrible.
I remember as a kid, yeah. And I always liked it, but check it out. There's two
What's
guys.
this one?
This is called Curtis. It's a comic about a black kid, and it's been around since the 90s. Hey, our boy Curtis, and he's got these bullies. I heard your mama's so ugly she has to wear 2 masks, a second one in case the first one breaks.
Hello.
Now, I don't know if you guys know.
That's an old condom joke.
Oh, that is Rodney Dangerfield's joke.
This girl was fat and ugly. Ooh, she ugly. How ugly? She was known as a 2-bagger. And that girl who's so ugly, go out with her, you put a bag over your head in case the bag over her head breaks. She was ugly.
That is the exact same joke. And it can actually be the origins. can become from this episode of the Howard Stern Show.
Rodney, what's up?
I came back because I heard you still talking about
Well, this is fascinating to us.
Yeah, well,
It
they'll
is.
draw this
This will
out
be-
for another 2 years.
This will go on for 2 or 3 years.
Oh,
this
my
is
God.
this is
Yeah,
now
I mean-
legend.
This is legend.
Jesus, how do you like
Well, Jackie says he wrote the double bagger joke
That's
for you.
right,
He did.
yes.
He did.
Right.
All right. So he does
But you
get credit.
paid for that one.
So there it is. Not only
That joke is about. I remember hearing it about condoms. You have to wear 2 condoms.
right,
Just one.
but that is I remember that joke so well. I remembered that Jackie had written it in that classic Howard Stern show, which was classic. And I don't, it was clearly just ripped off, and that's not cool. The reason I had this one was because one of my Patreon listeners, Sarah, asked this question. If from Gabriel Noel, would like to know if someone ever found the Tardy the Turtle puppet. It was apparently stolen off the Fox lot after the Greg the Bunny was canceled. She was wondering if you had any information on it.
No.
How long have we been alive? Did you forget that Sarah Silverman was on Greg the Bunny? My gosh, that was so long ago. Look how pretty you look.
Which one's her?
And what, Dave?
Which one's her?
Oh boy.
Sarah, also my friend Dave Elliott, who he wanted to, he's also a Patreon follower. He wanted to remind you that we all went out one night in 1990 or 91, and he predicted you'd be bigger than Dennis Wolfberg.
Well, they're the same size.
I thought that was pretty funny. So.
Hey, Jusko, ask Dave Rath to do his bit where the Zoom camera freezes. Hey,
Is
Dave,
that
how
true?
you doing?
Do you really do it? Because I always do that bit too. It's my favorite.
It's a classic bit.
Oh no, he froze. I think.
So, all right. So
Frozen.
now we know. Wait, no, that's pretty good. Well, that's very good. No, I think he. Well, that's really good. Yes, it's really. Oh, okay. He's blinking. Thank God, because that was damn good. I've been trying to perfect that too, but that was really good.
Sorry
He's
to
no
know, Harvey.
For a second. Anyway, folks, I guess that's about it. I hope, Dave, you're having Thanksgiving. I'm sorry that you're upset that what I'm doing, but Dave, you're having Thanksgiving with your family,
Wait,
your
hold on.
immediate family,
Sarah,
right?
You're just doing this whole Thanksgiving charade because you didn't invite Jusko to your Thanksgiving that we're having. That's great.
Smart move. Dave, you're having Thanksgiving with your family, though, your immediate family, right?
Well, most likely, I think.
Is there anything you'd like to promote that your clients are doing?
Unfortunately, none of them are working. So thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, I know it's tough,
by
but
the
just
way,
in case.
David's giving away Springsteen tickets. David, where are the Springsteen tickets?
My Springsteen?
Yeah, aren't you giving away Springsteen tickets?
I don't know the bit.
Yeah, is this a gag? What?
Yeah,
Another-
isn't you know where you're going, Sarah? No.
Yeah, he's gonna go. Yes, anyone can pick up free front row tickets for.
I missed it.
Because you did it earlier than I expected.
Oh, crap. It worked. It still worked. And we were sitting there waiting for it. It still works. Mark, you're going to be at the Laugh Factory?
I have a crashing audition coming up. Dave.
They canceled the
I'm
show,
looking forward
unfortunately.
to that.
I know you're gonna say the hypocrite, but Cohen's coming. You're coming in, right?
I didn't. I was trying to bite my tongue.
Well, for my 50th birthday, I'm gonna have a poker game, but everyone gets a test before, and then it will be outside. We're gonna wear masks, and there's also gonna be a rapid test when you get there. But
Wow.
it's just us.
A what test?
That is Sarah Silverman's birthday next Tuesday. Exciting.
42.
No,
like-
happy birthday, Sarah.
I should have went with. That was the year you were born, Sarah. 42.
One here, so
It's crazy.
Oh, that's awesome. Sarah, your podcast is out and raring, and you've been promoting it big time. You were amazing on Howard Stern last week, and a great job co-hosting Ellen. And I guess that's all just to promote your amazing podcast.
the
It's
Sarah
weird.
Silverman podcast.
And we want Broadway to come back so we can see your musical.
Yep.
Yeah, we want to see the bedwetter. Again, I was with David Yazbek last week, and even though Broadway says they're coming back in June, he says it's not going to be until at least this time next year.
It's hard
Yeah.
to say though. With the,
We're supposed to come back in June, and David is working with us. But
Right. We talked about it, right. Yeah, so David Yazbek, our guest last week, is working with Sarah on the bedwetter when, in fact, it does come back, and it will. And everything will come back, including the Comedy Cellar, and we will all have a good time again someday, some way, and everything will be like the whole thing never happened. We'll just forget about 2020.
my doctor said this vaccine is for real. It's going to be like the polio vaccine.
Linda Lavin and I were just talking about this.
You guys, this was like so much fun today. I'm so glad we were able to be together because we may never be able to be together in the same room for a long time. So it's really, really great that we can see each other.
Like the worst hour of his life.
Who,
I've
Rath?
never seen Rath, you look pretty good.
Well, anyway, you guys, seriously, thank you so much. Listen, next week, my guests are going to be Wendy Liebman and David Feldman, the legends of comedy. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah.
Don't forget with David Feldman, please, David, don't forget, you have to ask him about the time he.
Why do I fall for it every time? Oh, no. He was about to say something really important.
Tell David Feldman, I hate the Dutch.
I will give him all that information.
Those are like two of the greatest comics.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Yeah. I've been waiting to get. When I put this show together, I actually had her on my list. I've never met her before. I was very excited to get her, and I've just been a big fan of hers for a long time. So I'm very excited to meet her next Tuesday. It's next Tuesday at 8:00 here at the Comedy Cellar nightly football show with me and you guys. Thank you so much this week. Remember, you can donate on the chat room and come down if you're in New York to the Comedy Cellar. You can have dinner with the comics every night at 7. That's the best we can do for now until everything goes back to normal. And I just hope everybody has such a great and safe Thanksgiving. And I hope, you're just not lonely like I might have been, but I know everybody's upset. But
Can you request what comedians you want to have dinner with?
good question. I don't know. Perhaps you could put that in the chat room and we'll make it happen.
Kevin
But
Brennan.
that's our show for today. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming and spending time with us. We'll see you next week on the show.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.